Welcome, everyone. You're listening to Maximum Medicine Radio, The Healing Hour, with me, Dr. Sharon Martin, here on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This is the hour of healing power. In this live call-in show, The Healing Hour, I'm going to take your calls and help you get started on your way to your maximum potential. So come on, settle in, listen up, and I'll take your questions head on. Together, we'll find practical wisdom and understanding about what ails you. In The Healing Hour, we'll start your day off right. Insights and practical health knowledge and concepts for how you really live. I'll take your issue and help guide you with a blend of scientific medicine and the esoteric, including shamanic energy medicine. So let's shake off some of that mystery and get started on how to really live. Together, let's get unstuck. So come on and join in, join up, and let me help and let go of what holds you back from being the maximum you the world needs. Take down this call-in number, 1-800-930-2819, and let's get started on the Healing Hour right now.
Hey, everybody, welcome. I am opening the show today. I'm Dr. Pat. This is the most fantastic show that Dr. Sharon Martin does, but it's this very special edition of the show, and that's why I'm sort of doing the MC role. Benny, what the heck does MC mean anyway? What does that even mean?
Master of ceremony.
Did you?
Master of ceremony.
Of course you would know. Thank you. Right.
Except for you, the mistress of ceremony.
Yeah. Or it could be MC Hammer. Okay. We could do that.
Oh, okay.
Like, that'd be a little...
Okay.
Oh, hey, look. This is an introduction for all of you. Really, really excited about it. I mean, it's so new. You're not really going to be able to find much about it today, but in a couple of days you will. This is when two incredible people that have a vision for healing, for changing the world, they understand, and it's really, this is an ancient concept, okay? And I just want to say it because I think like J.K. Rowling totally stole the whole deal. This is about sacred magic. And there's a brand new show being launched here between two amazing women. And it is sacred magic. It's a new form of energy to transform yourself and the world. And today, I want to introduce you. Of course, you know who Dr. Sharon Martin is. But if you don't know who Dr. Sharon Martin is, you're going to find out a bit more today as she is teaming up with Dr. Georgia Herrera. Now, here's what I want you to know. Dr. Georgia has come forward in this world, has a unique approach to living and to healing. You're going to have fun today. You're going to understand as a practitioner. You're going to hear from her. She guides the body, the mind, as so does Dr. Sharon. So it's interesting. These two doctors, these two people that work with the body, right? This is what they do. They work with people in the body. And when you look at what happens as they take their journey forward, you then see they both have beautiful spiritual lives. And, you know, there was something going on in 2001. You're probably going to hear that from Dr. Georgia, but I know like there was something going on in 2001 because I got hit smack right in the third eye with it. But here's what we want to say about them. They have now come together to create a brand new show that's all about you. You're going to hear who they are today. You're going to hear what the show is, but I want you to write this down because we are taking your calls right out of the gate. If you're over on Facebook, we will take your questions. This is an introduction of the show that is to come. 1-800-930-2819, live on-air readings with these two incredible women. 1-800-930-2819. Welcome to both of you for our little sneak peek. It's like a peek.
We have a little technological glitch. We lost Georgia. No glitch?
Nope. We're not going to even worry about that. We're going to get right to having you talk about the show because whenever we have a talk about technical glitches, it started last night. So we're just probably bringing it forward. But here's what I learned from the show last night. And it wasn't just last night. it was a show that I did earlier in the day. We are tapping in to a new energy. We are tapping into a new energy. And I cannot tell you that as a network, and Benny knows this, Benny and I literally, we have had people in the studio that have shut down the power grid. So we understand what happens when you bring the energy together. Now, I will tell you that Transformation Talk Radio, and I hope Benny and KKNW, we've done and are doing some super things to really help with this. But when you're talking about enliven, activate, transmute, transform, when you're talking about bringing this energy forward, like these two women are doing, you are going to get a glitch in the matrix. You're going to get the deja vu cat that hops by when Neo says, oh, deja vu, and there's a blip in the matrix. Why? Because everything is energy. And when we're tapping into energy, healing energy, instantaneous healing energy that you maybe can't see, I'm telling you, you can feel it. So today we're going to get right at it. Dr. Sharon Martin, Dr. Georgia Herrera, thank you both for joining me here today. Thank you both.
This is so exciting. And we might blow the grids. We'll try to make it gentle, but I believe when we come together in combo, the power that we can call in and the vortex that we can create, there's nothing like it.
No. And the reason we know this, the reason we're feeling it, I was doing a show yesterday with Michelle Welch. She blew her CPU. Like Michelle never blew. I mean, she's like, this is not like our first rodeo. She's got it going on, but there is an energy. Now, let me ask you each this question. It's just my signature question. I've been asking it for a long time. Both of you have come together. You've come together to introduce the world to sacred magic. I want to ask each of you, and it doesn't matter which one of y'all goes first. I want to know, given everything I've said about you, Sharon, everything people know about you, I want to know what energetic challenges and obstacles each of you had to overcome to be in this moment today. Dr. Georgia, let her go first.
Georgia,
where do we start?
Sharon and I are like, yeah, let's have Dr. Georgia do it.
I would say the number one thing that helped me was having a really hard life, and at moments, not my whole life, just moments, and trying to build my own self-esteem. I already had direction on how to connect with God, but it wasn't that deep. And then I was desperate, and I wanted to learn what people were actually saying when they were talking to me and what God was saying through them. So I developed a very strong relationship inside to get guidance, to understand what people were saying to me. So it came out of need. And I tell people all the time, if you have wounds, if you've been broken, you're available to be loved, and it's there if you want it. So I know this sounds general. I can go as detailed or broad as you.
Yeah, give me another layer. I need to have another layer. I just we're gonna get down. We're gonna get down with this, right?
So a lot of my training were with spiritual gurus that were partly modern and partly in the old school where they were very critical, but they also had God connection. So I wanted to understand what they were saying. And it was also a very hard time for me when I was financially broke. I was living off of miracles. So for every bill to get paid, I had to do massive manifesting and prayers and surrendering. To not feel attacked, I had to learn when somebody, specifically my gurus, would say something to me, I would put Jesus or Mary in front of them so they could decode it for me and I could get what I needed. And I developed the language of love. And that was all out of neediness.
Yeah. Thank you for that, because you see, there's something that the three of us really have in common. And, you know, it is, we hear a lot about the phoenix rising up. And Sharon, I want to hop over to you, because when I first met you, you were talking about the fire within, I believe, right? You know, to watch the growth, the evolution, the expansion, the busting out, whatever you want to call it, is now we're talking about sacred magic, the healing hour, Dr. Georgia, Dr. Sharon, the whole thing, a whole new level. And this is what happens when you allow for the energy of the universe. But this did not come without you overcoming your own challenges, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like we
So
get healthy. Go on,
Mhm.
Sharon.
Go ahead, Georgia, finish up.
I was going to say, it's like we start getting healthy with our food and our body when we get sick. We try to get away with whatever we can. I think we're all naturally kind of lazy. And then when we have a problem, we go in to solve it if we're motivated.
I think I'll echo that because, well, many of us had childhoods that weren't very fun or had moments that were really difficult. And so my evolution, my spiritual evolution came out of a neediness for a hunger for belonging, a hunger for feeling right with my place in the world. And then the evolution became, and I think I'll talk a little bit more of how sacred magic came about, but then the evolution came about really suspending disbelief. And in that, I mean, suspending lack of confidence. If you don't have confidence, if you have doubts, just for that one moment when you take a step, you put it aside and take the step anyway. And so that continually putting it aside, sacred magic for me is a culmination of literally 20 years of searching. And what I think makes this even more special, and we're told all the time by spiritual teachers, we need to step into the energy of unity and teamwork. And this would not be powerful or would not be as powerful without me working with Georgia. So pulling two women together, both with the same goals, each of us have different approaches and different perspectives, that adds to the power as well, I think.
Well,
Getting the support from people that we resonate with.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the energy of that is so in the forefront. You know, I sent Linda a video that I found. We heard that someone we knew back in the day when we were both clerks at Bell Labs, right? Rosemary Barenberg passed away. There are some people in our lives that we think will never leave. I don't know if you both have people like that, but I know for me, there are a couple people that have passed my way in life that at some level, I just never imagined them, their physical selves not being here. Now, energetically, I know people are here, right? All you got to do is listen to Mark on Thursday nights, and he will just tell you everybody's here. But there is a sense now of nostalgia as well as future technical visions for the world. And it is an interesting combustion because it's happening in the spiritual realm, right? You know, we're talking about, I just did a show with Brett. We're talking about racism. You know, we're talking about the energy of racism. Oh my God, what is it? 2022? How great is this? So for each of you, sacred magic, that has a mega energy that you both created. And would love to know from each of you, how that popped into your consciousness. And even more importantly, I want to make sure we're ready to go to the phones because we've got a caller that wants to work with you. So Linda, hang on there for a minute. Before we go to Linda in Salt Lake, give us your perspective of the vision of sacred magic. You want me to flip a coin? Who goes first?
Let's let Georgia go.
Georgia, you're going to be first all day now.
Hey, well, the word sacred means everything to me. When you make your life sacred, to me, that's bringing in the connection of all that love that's everywhere. And that makes life fun. It makes it powerful. It gives people a mission when they bring in the sacredness, the meaning of life, the service, the receiving, the joy in life. And magic to me feels like the vibration of the Holy Spirit moving through. And it's a light, tingle, incredible sensation. And I'm not attached to words, because I've learned we don't know what we think we know. All the time, I'm expanded in what I learn. So I respect people's different religions and where they come from and what they call magic, what they call sacred. But what matters is putting the heart in something, putting the passion and having mission in what we're doing. And that makes something sacred. So this is one answer, but I could talk actually forever about it.
Yeah, you got that. And by the way, you're actually going to get a chance to talk forever because you both going to do show, right? This we're talking about the
forever.
Show.
Let's do
forever.
it.
Yeah. Sharon, you're not off the hook. Okay. You are a part of this network and have been. I have thoroughly been honored to take this journey with you. And as a matter of fact, just as a sidebar, I was speaking with a caller yesterday who called in and speaking offline, and they said, wow, what the heck did you do to Doc Martin? See, they know you by Doc Martin. And I said, what do you mean? So I'm thinking right away, her website's down. I'm thinking like, oh my God. So I go right to the grid is falling. And they said, man, I've been watching her for years. And don't you remember when she didn't have a website? And I'm thinking, who is this person? But that's not the point. The point is we are in exponential growth and expansion now. Sharon, sacred magic for you. How'd you get there?
So in my search for finding my tribe, the place that I felt the most honored and able to expand and own my place between the earth and heaven was with my spiritual community. And that changed the people in the groups. And I guess kept learning more and more from them. And my teacher recently has been Dr. Patrice Fields, who is an amazing sensor and purveyor of energy. And you add to that the work I did with Dr. Georgia and really removing my inflammation about the world, because believe me, I had plenty. And Georgia and I worked really hard to bring rose energy and the energy of Mother Mary and the peace, regardless of what's around me. And in all that learning, for me, magic was when you have the alchemy of things, 1 + 2 becomes 5. That's the world and the vortex of miracles.
Yeah.
And when I saw it at work in my studies with my spiritual community, and when Georgia and I worked for the past year, we've been working together, I just thought now is the time to show people, to let them step into that vortex where anything is possible when you're guided by spirit, we're not limited by what we think is the physical world or the material world. And so for me, magic holds that power of the miraculous.
Wow.
That's where everything that you open your eyes, that you see, that you touch, that you feel, says can't be done, and then boom, it's done. So
I love this. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Linda, we're going right to the phones. So stay with us here. Benny will bring you on in a hot second. Benny, Olivia, Jacob, if you could, I would love for us to take a short break. When we come back, I am going to back up myself. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Sharon Martin, Dr. Georgia Herrera. When we come back, Linda, it's you and the world. Benny, let's take a short break. We'll be right back, everybody.
this
Welcome
is
back,
so
everybody. Welcome back. You're listening to the Healing Hour. And what we're going to do right now is, this is a sneak peek. Is that good to call it a sneak peek?
Mhm.
At your upcoming new show, right? That show will be in this time spot. So everybody listening here and, others will have an opportunity. Even moving forward, people will have an opportunity to send you questions and really do all of that. So Sharon, how do people find out about you? How do they find out about Georgia?
So DrSharonMartin.com, DrSharonMartin.com. Everything you need to know is there. And Georgia, how should people reach you?
sacredmotherhealing.com.
Perfect. Pat, are we ready to talk to a caller?
Let's do it, Mr. Benny.
Linda from Salt Lake.
Hey, Linda, welcome to the show. How can we help you?
Thank you. It's good to be able to talk to you. I feel honored.
It's great to have you.
My question is, because I definitely have a connection with the sacred magic. I have lived miracles in my life. And what I am facing in my senior years is some blindness from glaucoma. And of course, the beautiful doctor I see, I'll just call her Dr. G, says this is not reversible. But I don't believe that. So from a sacred magical perspective, what insights would you give me to reverse nerve damage?
Well, there is sacred magic, but you are right. On a tangible level, there are supplements that have proven to help with glaucoma, blindness, and there's things out there for nerve healing. So I wouldn't give up if that's what you're feeling, because whatever we're craving, whatever we know inside, there's a truth to that. And I don't remember what these things are, the physical, tangible things, but there are things out there for you to just keep your research. It's stuff I've come across over the years.
Yeah.
But we're going to go into your fields. I call it your spiritual book. And let's see what comes up. And this can go in many different directions. Oh, you do have a lot of spirituality all around you. You like symbols. You have a lot of symbols and spiritual pictures all around you that you use. And those really work for you. And so I'm tapping into the energy right now. You're doing a really good job on receiving, and you're actually not even in the physical realm. Like, that's not where your heart is. Your heart is on the spiritual realm. And when I'm channeling, connecting into the God vibration, I just have to go with what comes up. So nothing's come up about your question yet. They're just, the spiritual beings are showing me what we need to see. So there's no order to that. So, oh, Sharon, the purple is coming through. So before we started the show, Sharon said all the purple stones are coming up for the show. And just now it just flooded through. And that's the high vibration. And what is purple? Purple's third eye. And that's you using your spiritual sight. So, oh, honey, oh, this is getting fun and exciting. So you, right now, you cannot rely on your physical sight. So you have to rely on your spiritual sight. And that's how I started talking about myself in the show. When I could no longer rely on my own ego, I had to rely on the spiritual world. And that's what you are doing. Good job. Really good job. And I keep getting this sense of you needing to fall into that even more, to relax your body and release resistance, and letting that love vibration guide you even more, the right supplements, the right neurologic, chiropractic, acupuncture, those kind of things that you need.
So
Sharon?
George, I'm going to chime in for a second. I
Mhm.
instantly went, before the show started, the 2 stones spoke to me and said that they would be needed today. And the first is ruby zoisite. So it's a beautiful red with purple tint. And that speaks to the heart, the power of the heart energy. And the other is lepidolite. And this is a deep purple with gray flecks. And what I'm feeling here is taking that heart energy, and as you picked up, Linda lives in the spiritual realms very beautifully, but this lepidolite is going to ground. It's going to bring that heart energy grounded, which will also bring it into the body. And bringing it into the body will give her the insight she needs for the cellular healing and the choice of supplements that will work for her. But this combo of the beautiful, gorgeous, ruby colored heart energy, grounded by high vibration, although grounded with lepidolite, with the purple. So I'm just feeling that right now, is having that energy come, being embodied, and putting the heart energy into all of the cellular matrix, and asking that each mechanism, each biochemistry restores itself to its holy perfection. So that's what I'm feeling, is the ability to restore to the holy perfection.
And when you first started, Sharon, the colors and the stones were stirring up the pain within you, Linda. And I was holding space of love for that pain to surface, so you don't have to be alone in that. And for the vibration of love and that fear to be acknowledged and guided, and to let that purple vibration move deep, deep into you. The pain is actually around your throat and your heart area emotionally. And that's where you're needing this, with the grief, the sadness, and the worry. And it's great. It's really great grief. And this is the only the highest vibration can understand that level of pain. And that's the kind of pain, when you give it over to God love and make that any way you want it, don't worry about any words, that becomes food for the garden to the spiritual beings. They want that pain. They want you to give it to them. So it's a good thing. It's the opposite of selfish. It's service. Oh, yeah, there it is. Now I feel you. Okay, help me increase it, Sharon, for her. It's really, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. The energy is really moving for you. And I love a good overachiever. You're really moving it and giving it over. Oh, I just had a vision of you holding a basket. Oh, that's appropriate for Easter. And handing it over as a little Easter eggs. Oh, now the purple's moving through, like coming through you. It's very beautiful. Good job. Really good job.
Linda, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I can feel the energy moving.
I want to ask Sharon, Dr. Sharon, Dr. Georgia, what might we give Linda to do now on her own? What can she do now on her own? I was like homework.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a big homework fan. Every time the worry, the suffering comes up, to keep giving over that basket and give that over to her divine beings. And then she's going to let that purple light, or whatever light they give her that day, let it run through her, and then ask for the miracles. That's going to create space in you. And then from there, you're going to be guided to all the things you need.
And I see turning that beautiful heart space towards yourself and realizing that it's not selfish to ask for that high spiritual love vibration to come to you as well, as you give it to so many others. That now is okay. It's always okay to nurture yourself, restore yourself. And I just see bringing that heart energy. The stones say the gorgeous rosy ruby color and the purple gray lepidolite, but whatever colors work, come in through the heart space and go to your cellular matrix. Make that an active meditation for bringing the highest spiritual vibration to all your cellular machinery.
Wow. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. Will you please keep us informed about how this works with you. And on a personal note, let me just say this to you, Linda. Are you still there?
Yes.
So when I got my 2 knees done, it was the first time in my life that anybody talked to me about the nerves in my body. And it was an interesting journey, too long for this show, but I got myself super uber educated about them. Everything from being put on a prescription of nerve blocker, which I didn't even understand the side effects. And so I had to become a student to educate myself on remedy. And so because I come from a holistic place when it comes to healing, I would encourage you to really rise up energetically, rise up, hopefully, rise up inspiredly, and rise up now with this new shifting that both Dr. Georgia and Dr. Sharon have really done during this show. Okay. All right. And if you have any questions, Sharon, why don't you give out your phone number and make sure that, anybody listening to this show, and of course, Sacred Magic, will have plenty of phone numbers and information. But each of you, please give out your contact. Then we're going to go to break, and then we've got another caller.
Okay, cool. Quickly, the easiest way is my website, drsharonmartin.com, drsharonmartin.com. And for Georgia, it's sacredmotherhealing.com.
I love it. Benny.
I love it. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. We're going to go to a short break, Benny, if we could, please. And then when we come back, we're going to hop right over back on the phones again. We've got, I believe, Karina from California. So let's just take a shorty, Mr. Benny, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. So great to have all of you tune us in and turn us on. What I want to say is, Benny, I want to just get right to our fabulous caller, right? And make sure we have plenty of time to have Karina have the experience, Mr. Benny. Why don't we bring on Karina?
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Karina.
Hi, everybody. I have
Hey.
been a long-time listener of the Transformation Talk Radio.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. And I was, listening today, and, one of your speakers, not on this show, but the other show, said that the listeners that are listening to this radio station, they're very spiritual beings. And I really feel that. I feel that I am where I'm supposed to be and that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Yet I feel I have to do more. But like you or someone in this show said that we're naturally lazy beings.
That was Dr. Georgia.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So Karina, I'm going to jump right in here so we don't lose any of your time. And right away, 2 stones that actually came to me before the show and said, keep me close, we're going to be needed. 2 stones just jumped out. And when you talk about having all these spiritual ideas, but perhaps not bringing them forward as much as you'd like, the 2 stones that jump out are tiger iron, which is a dark black brown with burgundy stripes, and blood stone, which is a dark green with red dots like a drop of blood on a stone. And both of those are telling me that you need a little help in your physicality, a little stamina, a little extra nourishment. George, are you following? And
100%.
these stones are, yes, okay. Talk to me, Georgia.
Well, I think I'm going to be very direct, very rude, out of love. You're working with too many people that have recently died that are not good for you, and your fields are not clean, and you're trying to get the energy and answers and connection from them so you can feel well actually I don't know 100% why, but regardless, and they're kind of, for lack of better words, attacking me because I'm going to be the one to say this is not good for you. It's killing you.
And
that's
tiger iron and bloodstone are very strong powerhouses of your energy body of protection. Not only are they the nourishment of the iron or crystal, but they are strong like shields and just armor, strong, powerful, energetic armor.
So I would take a break from working with the realm of ghosts and work more for a little while with Archangel Michael to create that separation, but not forever, because he's not a gentle, sweet thing, but to help cleanse your energy and to use those stones, because you are a channeler, but you've been in the dark stuff and not knowing it when it's not your nature. And a lot of this is DNA passed down from your family. So you're going to have to work hard, mama. You're going to have to work really hard, but it's going to be worth it. There is a lightness and a youthfulness when you start doing this work. And like Sharon said, it's going to move immediately when you start really moving your body. I mean, and I keep feeling like it has to be rude. I have to be intense to tell you, because you're going to have a lot of forces against you saying, no, 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 stay still in your chair. No, 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 stay still. But because that movement is going to shake it up.
Yeah.
And these stones are powerful enough. They're warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to they take no prisoners. And so moving your energy field out of that realm, that if you're tapping into things that are toxic for you or disempowering, and sometimes you get fooled. Sometimes when you connect, you're told that this is a good thing and that you're being selfless in the connection, but it's also a trick. So you have to watch for the tricksters in the energetic world. And these stones, the tiger iron and the bloodstone, are warriors, protection and warriors, and feeding off of what Georgia's saying and adding to her energetic vortex that she started. We are putting a shield of protection around you. We are mobilizing your inner warrior, and we are bringing you the sustenance that you need, the nourishment you need to keep going. Because for a short while, this may feel like a battle.
Yes.
But you will come through. If you hold on tight, even if you go get a piece of tiger iron and a piece of bloodstone, hold on tight. Feel the energy of these beauties around your field. Put a shield around yourself. Imagine that bubble, strong, strong, strong bubble connected to the iron core crystal of the earth. Keeping any of those feeding tubes from parasitic energies in the other realms. Cut those free, and don't let them sap you or fool you. Don't let them be tricksters. Do not be fooled.
Yeah. Karina, how does that sound? Oh, sorry.
Let me add, this is very important. It will feel like fooled because we're addicted to the old feelings, but love is love and light is light. Love and light cannot trick you, because it just is what it is. Okay.
Wow. Oh, Karina, how are you feeling? Give me a sense. And first of all, give us a sense of where you are right now.
You know what? I am in the sense of shock, because I feel like I'm in the light, and I don't think I'm working with ghosts. I don't intentionally work with ghosts. I work with God. I work mostly with God and the white light and angels, but definitely spirits. I know they're out there, and I know they do attach to people and things, but me intentionally to seek it out, I don't do that. So that's kind of shocking to me.
Well, let me give you some insight into that for a minute. I'm going to jump in because the time is of the essence. If you listen to the show that I did with Michelle Welch, and you get her book, her new book addresses this. And what she says is, a lot of times when a spirit shows up, I'm just going to say spirit, they're not good, they're not bad, they just are. Let's just call it that for a minute. She says, too often we want to get out the sage and like sage everything. But sometimes a simple question to the energy, right? Because everything's energy. A simple question is what's called for, Karina. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, because ghosts, not ghosts, it's energy. It's all energy. But ask it, because most of us have had things drop off our shelves, windows break. I mean, come on. And most of the time we run, or we go to our mentor and we say, what do I need? And, spray vinegar. Michelle shared something yesterday that I started to do immediately. if something shows up, an energy, you feel it, right? Ask it a question. And then you can decide if you want it there or not. If you don't want it there, if there's nothing else to do, ask it to leave. See what I'm saying, Karina?
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
didn't realize there were any energies that I didn't want around me that are around me. I didn't realize that. And
Yeah.
that's why it kind of shocked me that
Well, look,
Karina,
ask Sharon,
they
ask
get
Sharon and Georgia. Yeah.
it
I
has
mean,
to do with the grieving of missing your loved ones. It doesn't mean that it is your loved ones, but it has to do with the grieving. And I feel that God connection in you, and
Yep.
this is just blocking your true beauty, because the beauty is very, very strong in you. And there's a new lightness that you're going to feel when you do this. That's why that's why Sharon and I were pushing hard, because that lightness is, and that beauty is you.
yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
And
That's
if you want to work with Georgia, sacredmotherhealing.com, or me, drsharonmartin.com.
Yeah. I highly recommend you do that. And I don't know if these, both of them are doing things together, but Karina, this is a short show. These are short questions. We're giving you the best answers we can. Both of these women have done a phenomenal job, but there's more to know about this that we just can't get in the next 30 seconds, Karina. I hope you will call back. Okay.
Yes, sure will. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Blessings,
Thank
you.
enjoy.
Yeah. Wow, what a great show. We're right at the tail end. Please let folks know how they can find out about you. You know, let me just say this. I come from a very interesting religious and spiritual childhood. Thank you for that, stepmom, right? But I learned something important in my own healing. And it was this phrase: God is everything. God either is or God isn't, right? What will I choose? Not God is only God, or whatever you call God. I mean, for years, it was goodness on demand. But whatever that energy is, it's available to all of us. And I want to thank you, ladies, for introducing us to sacred magic. Okay, please give out your websites. Let folks know how to get a hold of you. And let me give a shout out to all of our Facebook people. I did my best to ping you back and just say hi. Some of you are first time on Facebook. Your question is, what kind of questions can I ask? All kinds of questions. Sharon, how do we find out more about you? Georgia, you.
drsharonmartin.com.
sacredmotherhealing.com. And on there, you'll see the different services that I do, and my contact information is there.
And we'll be back next month, because sacred magic is a powerful vortex. We love being here to bring spirit to you. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you both. Benny, I want to thank you for doing what you do. Olivia, thank you. And
Benny, Olivia,
Transformation.
Jacob, thank you.
Yep. And all of you out there, the best listeners on the planet. We've got so much we're planning for you, like so much. And these two amazing women, they are out there in front, passing the baton. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Maximum Medicine Radio, the Healing Hour, with me, Dr. Sharon Martin, on transformationtalkradio.com. We're going to be together the third Wednesday of each month at 11 a.m. Pacific for candid, honest conversations to help you change the way you think about healing, about yourself, about your life. Did you hear your answer on the show? Well, I will be with you next month, ready for all your questions, from energy medicine to traditional healing and beyond. Healing is flow, movement, and destination. But are you stuck? What is your true destiny line? Listen in, call in to let the world know. Together, we'll choose what brings you into healing and let you call in all the power of the universe to act on your behalf. Reclaim your path. To learn more about me, Doc Martin, and Maximum Medicine, The Healing Hour, visit www.drsharonmartin.com. See you all next time.